So what's the deal with holes? How do you measure a hole? A hole is kind of by definition not there. It's a negative. You can't prove a negative. How do you measure a negative? Well, in a design, the position of a hole is defined by its center point. The dimensions of a hole are its depth and its diameter. So how do you find the center of a hole? I mean, you can hold a ruler up to it and sort of guess, and that sort of works, and you might be off by a little bit. The problem is a little bit plus a little bit plus a little bit adds up to a lot, so errors tend to accumulate. One method is to measure from the edge of the hole in relation to something else, either the edge of the object or some other landmark. If you are measuring the distance between two holes, you're measuring the distance between two center points. However, you can equally measure the distance between the same edge of the two different holes. For instance, the left edge of one hole and the left edge of the other hole. The distance between those two edges is also the distance between the two center points. But how do you know the diameter of a hole? Well, you use a little device called a hole gauge. You simply drop it into the hole and read the diameter off of the scale. It's extremely easy to use in practice. Holes have a working relationship with screws. For instance, suppose you're making a lid for something and you need a hole that a screw can pass through. How big should the hole be? You simply measure the outer diameter of the screw threads, also called the major diameter, and that will give you the minimum diameter for the hole. Generally, you want to make just a little bit extra so that the screw has some room to move around, but that is your minimum working diameter. But suppose it's not the hole the screw is passing through, it's the hole the screw is connecting to. You want the screw threads to dig in a little bit so it can hold the lid down. How big does that hole need to be? Well, in this case, you measure what's called the minor diameter or inner diameter or shaft diameter of the screw, and that will give you the minimum diameter for the connecting hole for the screw. There's a lot more to say about characterizing holes and their relationship to objects and surfaces, but this is enough to start. Thanks for watching.